A shocking statement came from BTS's Taehyung during a 20-minute live broadcast on the Weverse platform. In the midst of heated dating rumors between BTS's Jungkook and aespa's Winter, Taehyung openly revealed an unexpected feeling. He felt jealous, but in the end approved of the relationship. This unforeseen statement immediately sparked major commotion among fans. The question is, why did Taehyung say that openly, and how did ARMY react, who in fact were furious because all this time they wanted Jungkook and Taehyung to always appear together. Before continuing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss the next exclusive analysis. This statement from Taehyung did not appear in an ordinary atmosphere. For a full 20 minutes, he spoke in a serious yet calm tone, as if he wanted to convey something he had been holding back. Amidst the jokes and warm greetings to fans, Taehyung slipped in a confession that raised big questions. That the rumors about Jungkook and Winter indeed made him jealous, but he still gave his blessing to whatever decision his friend made. That sentence immediately became the subject of heated debate on Twitter, TikTok, and international community forums. Many fans felt that Taehyung's confession brought a new layer to the dynamics of this rumor. Previously, the dating issue of Jungkook and Winter only revolved around visual assumptions, similar accessories, and coincidences of being in the same place. Now, with direct comments from Taehyung, the rumor seemed to gain emotional validation. Even though there was no official statement from the agency, this raised a big question. Did Taehyung intentionally signal the truth of the rumor, or were his words merely a spontaneous reflection overly interpreted by the public? ARMY's reaction was divided. Most fans were furious, not merely because of the dating rumor of Jungkook and Winter, but because Taehyung seemed to give his blessing to the relationship. For many ARMYs, Jungkook and Taehyung are an inseparable duo, an icon of closeness always displayed in various stage moments as well as offstage interactions. Taehyung's support of Jungkook's relationship with Winter was seen as an emotional betrayal of the narrative fans had long held tightly. Sarcastic comments then emerged in discussion spaces. Why did Taehyung have to agree? Didn't he know fans wanted them both to always be together? Or this statement only makes the rumor more believable? On the other hand, some fans saw Taehyung's courage to speak honestly as an act of maturity. He was considered to show emotional maturity, although many considered the timing inappropriate. In a broader framework, Taehyung's confession showed just how complicated the relationship between idols, media, and fans is. Whatever an idol says, even in a casual tone, can become a major headline that triggers multi-layered interpretations. Here, the word jealous, used by Taehyung, became the main focus. Was the jealousy meant in terms of friendship, feeling left out because Jungkook was now said to be close with someone else? Or was it a more personal jealousy, which then further split the fans in their perception? Clearly, that statement reinforced some fans' belief that the rumor of Jungkook and Winter could not be taken lightly. Taehyung's blessing was seen as a strong code that the relationship was indeed real. However, others saw it as rhetoric play. By giving his blessing, Taehyung was actually easing tensions among fans so that the issue wouldn't escalate further. The anger of fans who wanted Jungkook and Taehyung to always be together also reflected the emotional contract in K-pop fandom culture. In this logic, the relationship between idol and fans is often stronger than the reality of the idol's personal life. Fans feel entitled to decide who is worthy or unworthy to be with their idol, even into personal relationship territory. No wonder, when Taehyung showed agreement with the rumor of Jungkook and Winter, fans felt betrayed by the closeness narrative they had long believed in. Moreover, Taehyung's confession triggered a domino effect. Media began to make it headlines, while discussions in international ARMY forums heated up with various interpretations. Some accused the agency of deliberately using Taehyung's words to divert attention from other issues. Others argued that Taehyung only spoke spontaneously without realizing its impact. But in the end, all came down to one thing. An idol's words, no matter how small, can change the dynamics of the narrative growing in public. The question now is, can Taehyung's words really be considered a genuine blessing for Jungkook and Winter's relationship? Or was this only a spontaneous reflection of human feelings of a friend watching his peer constantly in media spotlight? Did fans go too far in interpreting Taehyung's words? Or was this indeed proof that the rumor had a solid basis? Ultimately, this story is not only about Jungkook, Winter, or Taehyung. It is a portrait of how fandoms create their own reality, often detached from objective facts. Words in a 20-minute live can spark global hysteria, showing how fragile the boundary is between personal statements and public impact. One thing is certain, this controversy will not stop anytime soon. As long as the public maintains curiosity, every word, every gesture, and every idol interaction will always be read as pieces of a puzzle believed to have great meaning. Thus, it is only natural that today we ask, did Taehyung truly bless Jungkook and Winter's relationship? Or is this actually just a narrative play deliberately maintained, so that the entertainment industry continues to live in a vortex of sensation? Whatever the answer, this phenomenon reminds us that the world of K-pop is more than just music. It is a grand stage where words, rumors, and emotions mix into one. And as always, what matters most is not the factual truth, but how the public chooses to believe it. Taehyung's statement in a 20-minute Weverse Live has indeed shaken the dynamics of the global fandom. However, behind all the uproar of reactions, we must pause and ask, did we truly hear an authentic truth, or merely a narrative formed by collective interpretation? Was Taehyung's statement really a sincere blessing, or just a spontaneous expression then used by media to create sensation? This question becomes very important, because in today's digital era, the boundary between fact and fabrication is increasingly blurred. The strong reaction of ARMY rejecting Taehyung's blessing toward Jungkook and Winter's dating rumor shows the immense power of fandom in shaping opinion. But let us reflect together. Is it reasonable for a short statement from an idol to be the basis in concluding the reality of their personal relationships? Is it not more likely an overinterpretation born from public expectations of their idol? If so, who truly constructs this narrative? The idol themselves or the fans interpreting every word with layers of meaning? We need to question, does this phenomenon truly reflect reality, or only an illusion created by social media algorithms eager to viralize sensational content? Why can Taehyung's words about jealousy and blessing be more trusted than official clarifications usually issued by agencies? Is it because the public prefers emotional drama over formal explanations? Or is it because in digital culture, what goes viral is quickly assumed to be truth, without the need for verification? If we take it further, this rumor also opens space for reflection on the media's role in shaping perception. Information about Taehyung's broadcast spread widely on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and various online news portals. But are we sure that every circulating clip represented the full context of the broadcast? Isn't it very possible that most viral content was merely edited clips, short snippets, or exaggerated subjective interpretations to create clickbait titles? If true, are we not being victims of a sensationalism machine deliberately designed to provoke collective emotion? Another provocative question. Why is the public more focused on Taehyung's jealousy, instead of examining the music works or artistic activities he and BTS are pursuing? Does this show that the entertainment industry values scandal more than dedication? If true, then this controversy is not only about dating rumors, but also about how media and the public together perpetuate a culture of sensation. Let us also consider the psychological side. For some fans, hearing Taehyung give his blessing to Jungkook and Winter meant losing the emotional narrative they had long built. But is it fair to demand an idol to remain bound within the frame of imagination created by their fans? Are they not still ordinary humans with rights to have personal lives? Why is the public so unwilling to accept that their idols could have relationships offstage? Does this reflect an emotional attachment too deep, or an unconscious form of social control? Furthermore, we must ask, did Taehyung truly feel personal jealousy, or merely use the word as a metaphor of friendship? If the public misinterpreted, who would be responsible for the information distortion? The idol, the media amplifying the issue, or the fans consuming information without skepticism? This situation reminds us that every circulating rumor should be placed within a verification framework, not merely as emotional consumption. The fact that this information came from various digital platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other online media, should make us more cautious. Do these platforms truly present truth, or are they spaces reproducing rumors with unclear basis? Is it not more reasonable to wait for official statements rather than engage in baseless speculation? In other words, we must begin to